Hello Year 2, welcome to your science lesson for today. It is Wednesday the 27th of January and in science today we are starting a brand new topic all about materials. I just want to check that all of you scientists out there are ready for today's lesson. We are going to be looking at different materials and we are going to be thinking about what they are used for. So pause the video here and look at the table that's on the screen. There are lots of different items on the table and I want you, with someone around you, maybe a grown-up, I want you to talk about those items and what they are used for. Okay, the aim of today's lesson is to identify what we use everyday materials for. By the end of the lesson, you're going to be able to identify different materials. You are going to be able to suggest materials that familiar objects are made from. So things around your house or the classroom, you'll be able to say what they're made from. And you're also going to be able to explain what 3 different materials can be used for. Okay, I want you to have a little think about what you already know about materials. Okay, how many everyday materials can you think of and what are they used for? If you look at the picture on the screen now, there's a little boy and a little girl and he is suggesting an item and I know that that is made out of metal or tin, it's a can. Okay, so that's one object and what it's made from. Could you maybe discuss with somebody who's with you now? It might be a grown-up, it might be a sibling, or you might just be working on your own. So just think to yourself, what is an object and what's it made from? Think of an object and what's it made from. What did it look like? What did it feel like if you had the chance to touch it? And maybe what did it do? Okay, we're going to identify in today's lesson to find some everyday materials. We're going to think about the materials that we have in our world and what we can make out of them. Here's the first one. Does anybody know what this is? Take a guess. It's wood. You might be able to see something in the room that you're in now that's made out of wood. Have a little look around you. Is there anything? The next material on the screen, take a little guess. That's a tricky one. It's plastic. All of those are small plastic items, objects, look like toys actually. Take a look around you. Can you see anything that's made of plastic? What about this one? What is this material? It's glass, isn't it? Again, look around you. Can you see anything that's made out of glass? What about this one? This is an unusual looking piece of material or a material. Actually, it's making my eyes go a little bit funny when I look at it. Has anyone got any guesses? What material is this? It's metal. Is there anything around you that's made out of metal? I'm looking around my room right now and I can't really see anything that's made out of metal. What about this one? Now, in this image, I'm thinking about these here. What are these made out of? Rock. Is there anything made out of rock around you? I'm having a little look around my room. I can't see anything just yet that's made out of rock. What about you? What about this one? What material is this? It's brick. Amazing. Again, take a look around you, see if you can see anything made out of this material. If you're at home, I think my house is made of bricks. It's not made of straw, it's made of bricks. Maybe your house is made of bricks too. What about this one? What material is this? There'll be lots of this if you're in school. It's coloured card or paper, isn't it? I bet there's lots of paper around you if you're in school. In fact, not only if you're in school, I bet if you're at home, there's lots of paper around you right now. I bet you've got lots of different things around you that you've been using for your day. Next one. What is this? material? It's cardboard. Is there anything made of cardboard around you right now? I can actually see a cardboard box on my desk. It's made of cardboard. Okay, we've just looked at all of those images on the screen. We looked at glass, cardboard, plastic, paper, metal, wood, rock, and bricks. Now, what I would like you to do in today's lesson is to think about all of these materials, and I want you to have a little bit of a hunt. I want you to be real scientists and investigate for me. I want you to find some things that are made out of these materials. Okay, I want you to have a search around your house or the classroom if you're at school, and I want you to think about objects that have been made from these materials. For example, I have a little pen holder that holds my whiteboard pens. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's actually made out of wood. So that's an object that I have at home that's been made out of wood. I also have it's a little flower display that's made out of glass. So there are two items that I found in my house that are made out of glass and wood. You could maybe think about the objects and how they feel when you touch them. Something that's made out of plastic, the top of my pen. Take a look at my pen. That's made out of plastic. I'm sure whether you're at home or in school, you could find some everyday objects around your house that are made out of these materials. Okay, here is your main activity then. I want you to, if you can, print out this worksheet. If you can't, that's okay. You can draw yourself some columns and draw yourself a table. So here are each of the materials that we spoke about: wood, plastic, glass, metal, rock, brick, paper, and cardboard. Okay, I want you to have a hunt around your home for things or school that are made out of the materials on the screen. Now, I've already put a couple of ideas onto the table for you. I've put books on here because they're made from paper, and I've also put a ruler, but if you've noticed, there are 3 words of ruler. There are 3 rulers, and I've put one in wood, one in plastic, and one in metal, because actually rulers can be made out of lots of different materials. They can be made from wood, plastic, or metal, so it fits into all 3 categories because it can be made out of either of those things. Okay, what I would like you guys to do now is pause the video here. I want you to come back shortly. Pause the video here and go on a little hunt around your home or the classroom. If you're in the classroom, stay in your seat, but have a hunt with your eyes around the room. And can you find objects that are made out of these materials, and can you add them to the table? Pause the video and come back when you have done that. Okay, I've got some questions for you now, and I think the questions are even on your worksheet, so whilst I'm talking about them, you could be answering too. What materials did you think of the most uses for? What materials did you find the most? Now, I bet everybody's would be different because I asked you to go on a hunt for things, so I bet everybody's answers might be different, but I want you to think about what you found the most of and answer those questions. And then I want you to think about what you found that was made out the least, because I'm thinking of bricks, for example. The only thing I can think of in my house that's made of bricks is the actual house. So my column for bricks might not have been that full. So there are some questions underneath the table on your worksheet. What did you find the most uses for? What did you find the least uses for? Okay, I wanted to just draw your attention to the images on the screen now, because all of these objects on the screen have been made using one of the materials that we've looked at today. Pause the video and can you take a guess as to what they are made out of? They are everyday objects and they've all been made out of the materials that I've mentioned. Okay. Now, when somebody is making something, they have to think about the reason why they're using the material. For example, glass can be found on a window pane. Why do you think window panes are made of glass? Well, we have to be able to see out of a window, don't we? So it's a good idea that it's see-through, that we can see through it. And also, glass can be quite durable and strong. So that's another reason why it would be a good idea to make a window out of glass. I want you to pause the video and I want you to think about the materials I've told you about. Which materials would not be suitable for a window? Which materials would not be suitable for a window? Pause the video. If you're at home, you could discuss this with a grown-up or with a sibling or somebody at home or maybe just yourself. If you're at school, I'd like you to have a discussion as a group. What materials would not make a good window? Pause the video and have a chat. Okay, just before we end our science lesson for today, I want you to think about this. Take a look at the two ladies in the picture. They are both sitting on chairs, but the chairs have been made out of cardboard tubes. Just like I asked you to do a minute ago when you were thinking about a window and what's not a good material for a window. Do you think these chairs are suitable? Why or why not? I want you again to have a little chat to the people around you if you can. If you can't, just think yourself. Are these chairs suitable or not? If they're not suitable, what could we make them out of instead? You have done some lovely listening in science today, boys and girls, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your things that you found or you've thought of on your hunt for everyday materials. I will hopefully see you all very soon, and I can't wait to see what you've got up to.